Well, Scott, it has been a while, hasn't it? Well, they can't go away for too long, though, because Embracer, well, they're back. Damn it. Embracer confirms it's laid off 1,400 employees and says more cuts could be coming. Dude, that's not a could. That is a will be. Guarantee it. Time, Ivan.
Yeah, is there any doubt at this point? Holy.
No. Should almost just cut the company at this point. Tom Ivan over at VGC. Embracer Group's ongoing restructuring has resulted in the company cutting 1,400 jobs, or about 8% of its global workforce. It confirmed on Thursday. The company announced in June it was implementing a restructuring plan which would involve the closure of studios and a cancellation of projects. Scott, I'm backing up real quick. Dude, it's only 8% of their global workforce? How big is Embracer? Like,
yeah, well, we know they've bought up so many because we keep hearing about them, but that's just a huge amount of people it must encompass.
It's nuts. I almost feel like Embracer is trying to become, without having their own like platform, they want to become the Xbox or the PlayStation of studios, right? And then build. But the problem is, it didn't pan out. It has since shut companies like Saints Row developer Volition and the Time Splitter studio Free Radical Design, while others have reportedly been put up for sale, such as Borderlands maker Gearbox. Unreal. Man, wow. Embracer has also made layoffs at Gearbox Publishing, Tomb Raider maker Crystal Dynamics, Knight of the Old Republic remake studio Beamdog, pinball effects maker Zen Studio, and Deus Ex studio Eidos Montreal, among others. The company confirmed on Thursday that 483 employees were let go during its third fiscal quarter, ended in December of 2023. Added to that, the 904 employees laid off during the previous quarter. That takes the total number of job cuts due to the restructuring to 1,387. Embracer canceled. You ready for this?
Oh,
Scott,
man.
brace yourself, right? They should
that's
brace,
the right term.
brace
Oh.
yourself, man. Embracer canceled 29 unannounced games and closed 7 internal studios during the 6 months ended in December. Wow.
That's no way to dig yourself out of a ditch you've grown, and by throwing away all your shovels and any tool you could to get your money back. It doesn't seem.
This grave
I'm not a businessman, but
is not 6 feet deep. It is like halfway to the equator. Like it is just down in the core of Earth at this point. It is not 6 feet anymore. Embracer, I wonder, can they come back from this disaster that they've created for themselves? Group CEO Lars Wingforth said today that the restructuring plan is entering its final stretch, but he warned that more cuts could be coming as the company looks to sell off more assets. Quote, as part of the restructuring program, Embracer still has a few larger structured divestment processes ongoing that could strengthen our balance sheet and further reduce capex. End quote. He said, quote, processes are in mature stages. It's important to add that certain companies might initiate restructuring before any divestment is announced. However, our overruling principle is to always maximize shareholder value in the given situation. We are unlikely to reach the target under the restructuring program of 8 billion in net due of March 31st, 2024. However, certain divestments could significantly reduce net debts post March 31st. Let me back this up here. I want to go real here. Let's get back into this. However, I think this is where I was like, wow, really? Yep. However, our overruling principle is to always maximize shareholder value. Forget the employees, Scott. That's what that tells me right there. People are expendable. No, they're not. Lars, you're a horrible, horrible person at the end of the day. Dude, I'm calling him out. He doesn't care about anybody he's laid off. Now, I don't personally know him, but to say and phrase this, dude, this doesn't go well at all, right? This doesn't look well for our industry. This is not a good move. This is not a good... Lars should have went to a PR person to say, hey, write me a speech because this looks like crap. This is not how you treat people. And they've just 1,400 people cut 29 games, dude. 29 games.
And talk about to maximize value. I have an idea for you. Those people are your value. They're the assets. They're the people that cultivate and turn out these actual good money-making schemes. This seems like a money-making scheme put together by high school kids that failed. This seems like a bad movie. And the idea that it's still not over with. To maximize shareholder value, what value is there in Embracer in their current hands? Are they going to sell off all these assets, all these different companies to everybody else and just kind of disappear into the night? Because I think that's really the only way we move forward.
I think so. I think if you're under the word Embracer right now, you want out. You want to get sold off. You want to get purchased. Or you just leave. Now, granted, I know saying it just leave is easier than it's actually possible. Because everybody needs a paycheck at the end of the day, right? We all have bills. We have a family to take care of. Not everybody has the privilege just to pack up and say, see you later. Embracer just doesn't care. Like that phrasing, and it even comes back to the Gollum and the Lord of the Rings, where they said, yeah, we just want to, I can't remember, I'm paraphrasing here, but they want to exploit the Lord of the Rings IP. Who does the speeches over here? Who goes behind the lines to say, yeah, go ahead and do this? Really?
Hey, they're saying the quiet part out loud all the time.
Yeah, the words you're supposed to mumble in your head that people aren't supposed to hear? Well, that's what you're saying out loud. And that is not a good approach. That is not a good image for your company. This is a bad, bad move, dude. I don't like this. I don't like Embracer Group anymore. I thought, okay, cool. They're buying up all these AA, right? They're buying up a lot of AA IPs. Time Splitters. You're not a AAA. I'm sorry. Time Splitters was a AA game. But awesome. But
offended a lot of people that way.
I just call it how it is. But you get into these things, right? And like, okay, cool. You're taking up these guys. You're taking up these guys. Huh? Square Enix is gonna sell off Eidos Montreal. Are you kidding? Really? That's a weird move. Cool. Good. Embracer's got them. They're looking to invest and grow. They're taking a great studio, a very talented studio. What are you gonna do with them? Lay them off. Volition, 30-year company, closed. Man, like I just holy you. And then here's the thing. Do you remember when the FTC is now at Microsoft for 1,900 employees? Have you checked out Embracer Group? 1,400 right there, and they're not done. But yet you're all over Microsoft. Man, oh man, I'm telling you, like I'm just got it fired up this morning, dude. Wow.
Well, for good reason. Everybody's tired of this situation. Embracer really just needs to fade away, and there's really no good way of moving forward otherwise. I know some of these closes, some of these layoffs had to happen, but I'm past blaming the greater economy now at this point. At this point, a lot of the blame lays at Embracer, not your Saudi investment that didn't go through. It's beyond that now.
Well, so that investment didn't come. Problem is they were buying up all these studios before they had the money. Like it was just, why would you do that? You're putting the cart, like we had a pretty good conversation going on this morning on our Discord channel about this process and what Embracer is up to. And they put the cart before the horse, and that's not how it works, right? You gotta line up everything first and then be ready to go. And they didn't. They were up ahead going, oh man, we got these offers, let's get them. They didn't have the backing. Like it's just, man, oh man. Obviously we don't know the finer details, but however, what it really comes down to is that they didn't get the investment landed. And then this is what they're doing now. What a misstep.
Well, now all of these studios are going to have to try and scramble. Everybody's feeling that swim for your life kind of feeling. And I don't know if anybody's going to be able to create something great that's really going to sell and save the day under those conditions. It's not sustainable, and it's not likely that it's going to be.
No, I can only imagine the mind share over at these companies right now, these studios going in each and every day wondering if they're next, right? Like that's just, it's not a good feeling. It's not an easy feeling. And that's why I said, when you have bills, when you have family to feed, like this is a lot of pressure. And I'm hoping everybody just gets out. You know what? Screw Embracer. Screw them. They just need to close up. Everybody needs to come back in. Square needs to come back in and buy back Eidos Montreal.
Yes.
I'm sure you can get it
please.
for a penny at this point, right? Just come back, get it. Give us our Deus Ex game.
Reminding myself of the greater cause. The elite may obscure themselves in darkness, but the truth is still mine to reveal. I don't care that they only speak in whispers. I won't let them have the last word.